So we'll start off here with 2007 Kiser on Bach. You've been up to this vineyard before, right?
I have. I visited all of the Pinot Noir vineyards up in Anderson Valley. So, luckily. It's amazing to me how different Kiser on Bach and Kiser on Noir are when there's only maybe 100 feet of elevation difference.
Right.
It's just due to different soil types, or what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, this isn't a lowlands. It's heavier clay soils with some sandstone. It's coldest end of the valley, and it's all clone 115. So they initially planted the vineyard to be for sparkling, but unfortunately for them, at the end of the valley, it's too cold, and we've never gotten over 10.5 the acre. So typically for sparkling, you want to get a lot of production, and this has never done that. So we've grafted over one section to another clone, so eventually that'll be coming on maybe a little bit this year in '08. And
Is that a Burgundian clone that you drafted over to?
Yeah. And so more and more often we're getting away from doing all the kind of on top, the classic, now calling it classic clones of 115, the Dijon clones.
Got it.
So moving to doing some more, I guess, older clones that are from California, Calera, Mount Eden, and Swan, and things like that. And then, various other selections that people brought over in suitcases or whatever. There's all kinds of stuff floating around. But again, trying to get a broader mix than sticking basically with just those clones. But
Great. So this is 2007.
07. I think everybody's gonna find that the wines right now they're releasing in 07 for Pinots are pretty tightly wound. I mean, they were just bottled in March, and again, still need some time. I think we released once the last time, and that was the same situation. Is that the wines are still pretty tightly wound. So for those of you who have some of the E06s, drink those. But the E07s, I think, certainly going to need some time. And for those of you who have patience, I think that'll be more
Well
rewarding.
worth the wait.
But I think like 07 Baker right now, for those of you who've gotten it, is probably the most approachable. The 07s seems like everything else kind of needs some time to kind of come out of its shell. But
Either Baker or the Hacienda Sequoia. That seems to open up pretty nicely right now.
Good point. What's interesting to note about the 07 is that there's a lot more concentration in 07, but still within the same kind of life package. So it's interesting to see kind of with the style shift. 06 was a really cold vintage. I think they're the best Pinots up until 06 that we had made.
Right.
But these 07s may prove to be better suited, more stuffing within kind of a smaller package. The same. So most of these pHs for the Pinots that we're having 07 and the Kiser I know are not the fixated on the numbers, but they're 3.4, 3.45, so really low pH wines, vibrant acidity, but still they're dark concentrated fruit. So I think that's what you'll find in the 07s.
Yeah, it's amazing the color. It's really pretty. I love how you can just see through the glass.
Has some tannin. The wood's a little bit, kind of more pronounced now, I think, but not bad. I mean, still integrated. It's
What's the percentage of new wood in this one?
everything's under 30%.
Okay.
So it's just about somewhere in that range.
All the Pinots?
Yeah, and mostly moving towards medium toast barrels.
Okay.
Getting away from kind of the toasty, charred aspect of wood. So rather be a background component than be the dominating force. So I think, again, starting with 06, moving in that direction, and less and less wood, which makes my business partner happy because it's
You don't have to buy new barrels.
money on new wood. But I think all in all, I mean, it's not, if we had to do 100% new oak, we'd do it if that made better wine. But I think for what the goal is here, this is what's working. But
Yeah.
it's got a lot of persistence. I mean, the city is pretty vibrant, so I think it's again, it's going to be something that it's going to need some
It's
time.
going to need some time, exactly.
It's interesting to note because the 06, which I think it's a great wine for being 06. It's a pretty dark, concentrated wine for being a supposedly cool vintage, and it's even surprising now picking up more and more weight. So it's interesting how the fruit continues to come out in Pinot Noir as it ages and kind of in the short term here. You know, and certainly at times, I'm sure in the future it'll start to fade some, but it's like it just needs some time to kind of come together and kind of flesh out, and kind of the acidity kind of, you know, dies down a little bit and then becomes more integrated, and definitely a learning curve. I mean, people have always asked how long are these going to age. It's one of those things that it's a new kind of direction for us, and you know, if you did it by the numbers, you could say, yeah, it's a 10, 15, maybe longer wine by the concentration and the acidity, but you know, it's primarily predicated on how you guys like to drink wine.
Exactly.
If you like the young, youthful, vibrant acidity to kind of cut through some of the fat that you're eating with your food, or you want something that gets bottle nuance and kind of gets to secondary, kind of tertiary aromatics and flavors, I think that's what, you know,
What will generally happen to these wines.
I don't have any real way to gauge, but
I'm one of those people that tend to drink my wines a little young. I have a hard time holding on to them.
I agree. I like some of the energy of the wine because it's a great cut, you know.
And you like it with food, exactly. I like that combination.
So yeah, we hope you enjoy.